Hello everyone. So today I'm going to talk about money for the very first time in 2024. So you may remember, well, at least if you're an old viewer, like if you have been watching my channel for the last 6 months, you may remember that I've talked about foreign currency before, like the Macanese Pataka seen here, and the Hong Kong dollar. But today, here's the Hong Kong dollar. Yep, made by the HSBC. Yep. But today, we are actually going to talk about domestic currency, more specifically, the Philippine peso. Because why am I going to talk about foreign currencies without then talking about domestic currencies, you know? Yeah, currencies like our money represents our culture, a symbol of our prosperity, a symbol of our wealth, a symbol of our, our innovation. So every single bill that you will see here will have been made in the year 2020 to 2023. So, yeah, let's get on with it. Now, I'm actually not going to show you the 20 peso coin because the 20 peso bill, because about 2 years ago I've already talked about the 20 peso coin. So, we will actually begin with the 50 peso bill. Here it is. Yes, all logos except for the 200 peso bill will be featuring the new Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas logo, created and officially introduced in late 2020. So here it is. It says Republika ng Pilipinas, and then here's the back. Yeah. See, in the front, it has Sergio Osmeña. Then in here, it has the First National Assembly back in 1907. Then here you can see the Leyte landing in October 1944. Yep, that's General MacArthur here. And if you just zoom in from here, if you can see, here it is, there we go. You can see tiny imprints of the words Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. It's an anti-counterfeiting measure, and it's very fascinating. Well, you can also notice that ano man? Ano man? Apologies for those cuts, apologies for those interruptions. Anyways, let's get back. So if you can notice, here it is, that these two lines exactly perfectly align with the bill. It's also a counterfeiting measure. Yes, even though we're not that big of an economy, we're still very good at printing bills. Anyways, let's now take a look at the 100 peso bill. Here it is. Also made in 2023. Look at that. It was formerly called the Central Bank of the Philippines, but it was made in 1949. Like, this was the period where English was like the primary language of this country. It also features the new PSP flag. Look at that. Pinagpala ang bayan na ang Diyos ay ang Panginoon. Probably it translates to the nation declared that the Lord is our God. Something like that. Look at that. Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and Felipe M. Medalla. So You have probably noticed something like this back in the 50 peso bill, but there's also something like that that is much more clearer in the, in the 100 peso bill. You can see here the inauguration of the Third Republic, the 4th of July 1946. This was made after the Americans left this country. So yeah, let's go back to the 50 peso bill for a second, because if we put something on a light, you can see Sergio Osmeña there in print, and you can also see the word Pilipinas in Baybayin. I hope that translates to Pilipinas. Somebody please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, or I will make a comment on this video to correct it, So here it is, a Baybayin text. This was like the former writing system of the country, but it is still in use today, like for aesthetic purposes, not for like formal writing. Not everyone can read Baybayin. Right, let's go back to the 100 peso bill. So here it also features Manuel A. Rojas. Yep, look at that. And in the back, it features the whale shark, or the Rinsodon typus. And it also features the Mayon volcano, which is located here. Oh my goodness, let's go back again to the 50 peso bill, because at the back, it features the Maliputo, or the Caranx ignu, I think. I hope that says Caranx ignobil. There we go. Caranx ignobils, or ignobilis. It doesn't render much. There we go. Caranx ignobils, or ignobilis. So here it is, the Maliputo with the Taal Lake located in here. Yes, all bills feature something at the back that has some sort of cultural significance in this country. And they will also pinpoint it too. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas kindly points out where the attraction, where the place is located here. And yeah, it's quite correct. Going back to the about 100 peso bill, you can see that the Mayon volcano is in here. Yeah, what a cute whale shark. He's a good whale shark. Next is, this next bill is a bit odd, and you will see why. Meet the 200 peso bill. This is actually the only bill that I will show in this video that is not made in 2023. See, look at that. 2020. Here it. So let's take a look at the front. It features the old Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas logo, because this bill was actually discontinued in 2020, the exact same year that the new logo was introduced. So this is actually the very latest and the very last year that this bill was ever printed. It's still in circulation, but a lot of people see this as less as legal tender, but more as novelty, because there's not that many 200 peso bills floating around these days. So you can see here that, let's see, here it is. Look at that, the Declaration of Philippine Independence in Kawit, Cavite, the 12th of June, 1898. Underneath it features the EDSA People Power on the 11th of January, 2001. Here you can see Diosdado Macapagal. And in here you can see the opening of Malolos Congress in Baraswain Church on the 15th of September, 1898. You can also see just Daro Makabagal here, the denomination here, and some baybayin text here. So, why were these discontinued? I don't know, but we're actually going to talk about these 3 events that have happened that are featured on this bill. So let's first go with the Declaration of Philippine Independence in Kawit, Cavite, the 12th of June, 1898. Yes, this is the one bill, like the one bill where my birthday is seen in actual money, and it's the one that's discontinued. No other bill in this collection features my birthday and the Philippine Independence's day. Yeah. Yes, I was born on the 12th of June, which is why I'm a bit upset, you know. Next is the opening of Malolos Congress in the Baraswain Church on the 15th of September, 1898. That's very self-explanatory. Why would you run a country without a governing body where you can make laws and keep up and adapt with the changes that will happen? That's why you need a Congress. The very first one was the Malolos Congress. And this one, the EDSA People Power, occurred on the 11th of January 2001. You may notice, well, you probably don't, but if you know, the presidents of this country are inaugurated on the 30th of June. And currently, the next president after Ferdinand Marcos will be inaugurated on the 30th of June 2028. Yes, 2028. That's an even year, and we also have an even term. We have one term is equivalent to 6 years. So this one is a bit of an anomaly. Why is that? Well, thanks to the EDSA People Power, on the 11th of January 2001, former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, seen here, taking the oath with someone else. I think that's a professional inaugurator. Well, it was because of this protest. Yep, this is actually a name of a demonstration that significantly influenced the country overall. And yeah, yep, as in the 21st century, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo is the only one, like the only president ever in the 21st century here in the Philippines to serve over 6 years. Yep, she actually served for about 9 years before late former President Benigno Aquino III was elected. Rest in peace. You may also see here that there's this another counterfeiting, anti-counterfeiting feature, where if you roll it up, or if you just lay a bill just atop of it, it perfectly aligns. Yeah, ano man. And yes, you may have remembered that the 200 peso bill is seen as, you know, as a less as legal tender but more as a novelty. That's why, which is why I have 3 of them. Yes, I have 3 200 peso bills. Now, I'm not I know I'm not kidding. I have 3 bills that I will never ever spend. And yes, if you notice, on this one, it has a brown, you know, like, yeah, just brown, like a line, like security line or something. Security thread? I don't know what it's called. It also has the words BSP, and then I don't know what the other one is. I can't really tell. But I can say, oh, it's okay. I think it says the words BSP and then the denomination, which is 200. Just look at that. There's a tiny 2 in here. Those are tiny zeros, and you can see here there's a tiny 2. Look at that. Yep, a tiny 2. Now, the other thing about this is I have another one that has this color. So this is the bill that I will never spend because it has a different font size. This one's now bold. It's about the same though. Yeah. The only thing noticeable is this change, and then this, like, this turned to like bold text. It's probably a misprint, but also probably not, because it's probably one of the last bills to ever been issued. Anyways, let's look at this. The back. Behold chocolate heels or hills, which feature the tarsier or the Tarsius syricta or syricta. I have actually been here about one time, like once or twice, because I've been to Bohol. Yeah, I've actually been to the Chocolate Hills twice, because I've been here once in 2017 and another time in 2022. So yes, it is pinpoint at near the bottom of the Bohol province. I live in Mindanao, around here. I live in around northern Mindanao. Yeah, this is a very fascinating denomination. Next, the 500 peso bill. Yes, the new logo is back. And it's also made in 2023. So now, this bill features 2 people. Corazon Aquino, the very first female president, and Benigno S. Aquino Jr., the man who was assassinated by the Marcos administration, not the current one, the former one, who assassinated this guy, a former senator, in an airport when he returned to the Philippines. No, the administration under the Philippine administration, or probably under the orders of the Marcoses. We're not actually talking about the current Marcos. We're actually talking about Ferdinand Marcos Sr., the dead one, the dictator, the one who served 21 years. Yeah, that's a very long time to be in, like, to be a president in any circumstance. Anyways, this now it now has this, still has this. Look at that, very fascinating. 500 pesos, and it now features the EDSA People Power on the 1st of February 1986. All right. Oh, I'm very sorry. This one actually features the second People Power. It didn't actually happen on the 11th of January. I'm very sorry. I would like to correct myself. This is the very first EDSA People Power that happened on February 1986. So this very first one was actually to topple this guy's father as president. Yes, we haven't learned our lesson. That's why this guy was elected. But next is this, the Benigno S. Aquino Monument, a very, a very monumental president, I would say. Here at the back, it features both of them. Look at that cute couple. At the back, we see a parrot, the blue nate parrot, or the Tanignatus lucionensis. And you can see here the Puerto Princesa Subterranean River National Park, located here. I don't have any UV light lying around, so I can't actually see the very fascinating hidden details in all of these currencies. But, we move. Finally, the 1,000 peso bill. This one, so I also apologize. This is the second one. So there are actually two bills, right, that I have right now that weren't made in 2023. So here's one of them. Here's the second one, actually. So here it is. Look at that. The old logo. Look at that. Yep. 1,000 made in 2020. And here it is, the centennial of Philippine independence in 1998. This was to celebrate the 100 years of independence of this country from the Spanish. Now we see three people: Josefa Llanes Escoda, Jose Abad Santos, and Vicente Lim. I actually only know this woman, who's Josefa Llanes Escoda, and she was the founder of the Girl Scout of the Philippines. Please correct me in the comments, or I will correct myself if that's wrong. I don't know what the roles of these two were, but they are very influential, which is why they're in this bill. Look at that. They're also featured here and here. Look at that. The strip, the security strip is now very different, because it now features the words BSP and the number 1,000. And if you rotate it around, you can see it move. That's also another anti-counterfeiting feature. At the back, you can see the Tubataha Reefs National Park. And in here, you can see the South Sea Pearl, or the Pinctada Maxima. Well, the pinpoint here is actually wrong, which is why they corrected it by putting this hidden shell here, because this is the correct pinpoint of the Tubataha Reefs National Park. You can see here. We're actually not done yet, because I didn't say that there were actually going to be two 1,000 peso bills that will be featured here. We're actually going to feature two of these. So here's the first one. Look at that. Yep. This is now made in plastic. You can see the new logo here, and it's now no longer featuring the three people in the old one, where it now actually features the Philippine eagle, or the Pithecofaga jefferil, or jefferii. Yep. This one is also a security measure. We'll go to that. Yeah, look at those shiny waves, and the 1,000. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. So let's see what text is hiding underneath. Is 1,000 piso Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, just printed over and over and over. So here's the back, just about the same as the last one. They didn't even bother to correct, like just take out this and just put it here. I don't know why. But here's an actually interesting fact. If you put a laser in this very middle, it will put out, put out the letters BSP. And you can see here, it's called the Sampaguita, or the Jasminum Sambak. We can see that there are tiny imprints here. Let's see what it reads. Oh no, they're just patterns. Okay, and here are some poke dots. Yep, these are some elevated dots to let you know that these bills are worth 1,000 pesos. They're not just ordinary plastic. It's an accessibility feature for the visually impaired, and yeah, So the very first one features the Rodrigo Roa Duterte signature. The next one features the Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. signature. And this one is indeed made in 2023. Yeah, look at that. Really like this. So, out of all of these bills, I rank these two as the best. One is made in plastic and the other is a novelty. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching me yap about my currency, my nation's currency, for 27 minutes. I hope you have enjoyed my yappings. Goodbye.